In 2018, I founded Law School Guru to coach and tutor those seeking to master pre-law courses, the LSAT, the GRE, law school courses, and bar exams. Right before launching Law School Guru, I began to refamiliarize myself with the LSAT. The first step in that process was taking the June 2007 LSAT, which the Law School Admission Council provides free of charge on their website. It had been nearly 10 years since I had self-studied my way to a 98th percentile LSAT score, and I remembered almost nothing about the test. But this was ideal because I wanted to see for myself how well a law school graduate who had just passed Illinois' bar exam could do on the LSAT without preparation. I did review some basic information about the test. For example, this information from the Law School Admission Council's website. The LSAT consists of 5 35-minute sections of multiple choice questions. 4 of the 5 sections contribute to the test taker's score. These sections include 1 reading comprehension section, 1 analytical reasoning section, and 2 logical reasoning sections. After reading basic descriptions of these LSAT sections, I expected to do very well on the reading comprehension and logical reasoning sections. After all, those sections couldn't possibly involve more reading than the bar exam I had just taken, let alone the preparation I had done for that bar exam. On the other hand, I vaguely recalled that the analytic reasoning section of the LSAT required very particular and unfamiliar skills and strategies. Anyway, here's how I did on the test and what I learned. As expected, analytical reasoning was my worst section. In that section, there were 4 puzzles, each followed by a set of questions. I only completed 3 of the question sets. I did not have time to begin solving the 4th puzzle. I only got 10 of the 17 questions I answered correct, so I answered 10 out of 23 total questions correctly. I did great on the 2 logical reasoning sections, missing only 2 questions of the 2 sections' 50 total questions. I also did pretty well on the reading comprehension section, missing only 4 questions. In total, I got 81 questions correct, so 81 was my raw score, which I believe puts me in the 85th percentile of scorers for the June 2007 test. With a week or 2 of full-time logic games prep, I could probably add 11 points to my logic games score. In addition, I could have spent the extra time I had on the other 3 sections reviewing a few of the answers I was unsure about, picking up an additional 2 points, let's say. In total, I'd end up with a raw score of 94, which would put me in the 99th percentile of scorers. That would be a higher score than the 98th percentile score, which landed me a scholarship of nearly $100,000 from a top 20 law school. So, that's how I did on the test. Here are my thoughts on each section. You don't really have time to actively analyze most of the passages or answers in either the reading comprehension or the logical reasoning sections. As a result, you have to be intimately familiar with the types of arguments people make and how those arguments are often mischaracterized, misinterpreted, and incorrectly extrapolated. You need to be able to recognize that wrong answers are wrong faster than you can describe why they are wrong. It also helps to be familiar with the topics discussed in the passages: contemporary economic, social, political, legal, and environmental issues, as well as common moral and ethical positions. Finally, reading speed is very important. I finished each of these sections several minutes early, but I had to work at a very steady and somewhat tiring pace. I think there are 3 important things to note about the analytical reasoning section. First, the puzzles in this section rely on fairly unremarkable logical inference skills and abilities. With just a little familiarity, you can solve these puzzles. However, you will not be able to reliably solve these puzzles within the 35 minutes you are given unless you are very familiar with all the known types of inferences, setups, and strategies. Finally, you need to be ready for curveballs. I didn't encounter any on this test, but I know it's important to understand the principles behind the strategies so that you can adapt when faced with unique puzzles that don't conform to the traditional patterns. I'll end this video by emphasizing 3 things. First, acing this test is very doable. The LSAT tests common reading and reasoning skills. You just need to be able to quickly and consistently apply these skills. Second, it is important that you do ace the LSAT. Acing the LSAT can literally gain you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your law school and legal career. Third, get help. A test which is so important and so aceable should be aced, but why try to do it on your own? Text Law School Guru now to schedule your free consultation regarding LSAT prep coaching and tutoring. You'll be glad you did.